What's happening, Marvel fans? I am Dial here with a teaser review. We finally have our first official teaser for Fantastic Four First Steps. I've been really anticipating seeing what they have in store for us with this new iteration of the Fantastic Four in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's felt like forever that we've been talking about Fantastic Four being incorporated into Marvel. And I'm personally really excited to see what they have in store. Now, of course, you guys know Fantastic Four has not had great attempts when trying to adapt it into live action. Obviously, we have the first two Tim Story Fantastic Four films, came out in 2005 and 2007, I think, and I'm not the biggest fan of those movies. I know it's starting to get a following now, but I never thought that they were great Fantastic Four films. And then we had Fan4stick in 2015, and that was completely awful. I thought that was just an abomination to the Fantastic Four. It's like it did not understand the characters and the source material at all, and it's not even a good movie. That was plagued with studio interference and reshoots and all that. And of course, if you do want to count the Roger Corman Fantastic Four, some people do, some people don't. That one is not great either. So definitely Fantastic Four had a lot riding on it, on top of the fact that this movie is supposed to help us, get into this bigger story with the multiverse and Doctor Doom and stuff like that. And on top of the fact that it has to be the first really good Fantastic Four film to bring fans in, on top of the fact that phases 4 and 5 of the MCU have not been great, and so need to keep the momentum going. I know before this we have Captain America Brave New World and Thunderbolts, so hopefully those two movies are really good, but definitely this is a very important film for Marvel Studios. They need to knock it out of the park. Now, we talked about previously on the channel that this version of Fantastic Four is actually not going to be in the Prime universe that we're following. That it's actually going to be in a different. It's going to be a different multiverse than the one we've been following. So, I thought that was a good idea, especially seeing the aesthetic that they were going for with this Fantastic Four, having like a futuristic 60s vibe. A lot of people make comparisons to the Jetsons. I thought that was a good approach for them with this version, because I think it will fit with them really well. And then, of course, the casting. A lot of people were talking about the casting, especially Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Some people are on board with it, and some people are not. And there's also a good amount of people that were expecting John Krasinski to be Reed Richards after seeing his appearance in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I was one of those people, but I think Pedro Pascal is a great actor, and yes, he's older than what we expect Reed Richards to be, but I still didn't think he was a bad choice. I was open to seeing how he was going to do this take of Reed Richards, and obviously to do it for the star power, and Disney's already very familiar with Pedro, with the Mandalorian and stuff like that. So definitely I think it was a safe choice, but not a bad choice in my opinion. And then of course Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Yvonne Moss-Bachrach playing Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm. I thought those were good choices as well. Some people had mixed opinions on Yvonne as Ben Grimm, but I was once again open to seeing how he's going to do it. But yeah, I've just been really anticipating seeing what they had in store for us. The actual launch for the teaser wasn't the best. They had a bunch of fans, and the interviewer, she wasn't the greatest. And also, they initially told us that we were going to get the teaser at 7 o'clock in the morning. And so when 7 o'clock hit, that's when they actually had a countdown for another hour to see the actual teaser. And then when the countdown actually ended, that's when you had the interviewer talking to the cast. So it's like, how long are we supposed to be waiting for this teaser? But I digress. Sitting down and watching this teaser, what did I think about it? I thought it looked absolutely great. This looks the closest to, it feels like they're actually going to get it right as far as having a good Fantastic Four adaptation. This is a teaser, so we didn't get much about the story, but as far as getting a feel, getting a tone and seeing the chemistry between all the four members, I thought everything looks really good. Like, this little teaser gave me more of that family feel that I didn't think was there in the previous versions, which I think that's a really good thing, because the Fantastic Four is a family and you should feel that instantly. So they definitely nailed it with the little that we saw so far. And I'm really liking the 60s, the futuristic 60s vibe of this. It feels like it fits them so well. And it's something different from what we've seen before in the MCU. So it definitely will help it to make it feel more unique. Also, I'm very impressed with how the Thing looks in this. I think he looks great. Like, this is the best that this is the closest to how he looked in the comics. He has the eyebrow, the motion capture on it just looks great. Like, he's the right size for it. Like, the rocks and stuff like that, everything just looked really good. I guess if I had to nitpick, it was a little difficult to see his blue eyes, and I know that's like a striking characteristic for the Thing, that he has, he's the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing, and so I wish I was able to see his eyes a little bit better, but that's really my only nitpick about it. I think this is the best the Thing has ever looked. I'm very impressed with how they designed him, and that was one of my biggest concerns. Because with the Thing in the previous versions, of course they had the makeup for the first two movies, which was cool for the time, but like nowadays, like it looks kind of cheesy nowadays. And then I didn't like the design of the Thing in Fantastic at all. So it looks like this is the closest it's ever good, the best it's ever looked. And I actually don't mind him being in a shirt, having a shirt or a sweater on. It looks good in him. The actual costumes of the Fantastic Four looks really good here. I like the blue and white, definitely homaging their classic designs. The costumes looked really good. And at first I didn't know how to feel about it, but actually seeing it in the context of this teaser, I think it will work for them. Now, I know there's already there's been debate online that which costumes looked better, the Fantastic Four or Superman, and I'm not even going to entertain that debate, because I'm excited for both of these movies, and so I'm not trying to make another tribalism thing about it. I think they both look good in their own way, but yeah. So it was also nice to see Herbie in here. Herbie looks really good. As far as the other cast, let's talk about Pedro Pascal real quickly, because I know a lot of people not everyone was on board with him being Reed Richards, and I think there's some people that aren't really loving his casting, but I think there's some people that will start to come around after seeing what the little that we, the footage we see of him here. Like, I'm really getting a Reed Richards vibe from him. I think he's going to be really good in the role. And I do think he's going to win a lot of people over. I know there's still some people that feel like he doesn't fit, or they prefer to have John Krasinski. But I think from what we're seeing here, and seeing the full movie and seeing how he's going to be implemented in his performance, I think he's going to be a great Reed Richards. I can't wait to see what he does with it. And then Vanessa Kirby looks great as Sue Storm. Probably the person that got the least amount is Johnny Storm. I'm not getting a full vibe of this character just yet. it's almost coming off like he's I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not getting a lot from him. Like his flying scenes though does look really good in this. Um, yeah, I think that visually, I think his fire effects will look really good. But as far as getting him character wise, I mean, I'm seeing a little bit of the playful Johnny Storm a little bit, but not as defined as what we see from Reed and Sue and Ben. So maybe in a full trailer we'll get more of more lines from him and stuff like that. But yeah, we got no shots of the female Silver Surfer in here. So I don't know. Maybe they're going to save that for a full trailer too. John Malkovich is in here. I actually didn't know he was going to be in this. I have no idea what character he will be playing. But let's just see what he's going to bring. And we have a quick shot of Galactus from behind. So you don't get like a full shot of him, but like he's in Washington, D.C. and you see him just looking down at one of the monuments. So they're not shying away that Galactus is going to be one of the main antagonists of the movie. So hopefully they will do a better job with Galactus than they did in Rise of the Silver Surfer. Because I am still a bit skeptical of them introducing Galactus in the first movie, but hopefully the story will be better in this, where it will make sense. But yeah, man, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing so far. This looks like this will possibly be the best Fantastic Four film, and this actually I think will be good. I think you will get a lot more Fantastic Four fans after this comes out. I do believe it. Just everything looks really good, man. Hopefully Fantastic Four and Superman will both see some success in July. I still think it's a mistake that both of these films are coming out the same month, because they'll eat each other alive as far as box office, because it's just they're same demographics and stuff like that. But hopefully both of these films will be able to see some success at the box office. It won't take away from their demographics. But yeah, man, those are my thoughts on the teaser for Fantastic Four First Steps. What did you guys think about it? This gets you more excited to see Fantastic Four? Do you like the aesthetic of the movie? Do you like the futuristic 60s vibes? Are you more on board with the casting? Does Pedro Pascal look better to you in this, or you're still apprehensive about it? How do you like the design of the Thing? How do you like the costumes? You excited for Galactus? Yeah, comment your thoughts down below and let me know.